Hello.
It's probably not actually streaming. Yes, now it's streaming some data.
Hello.
State. Right, so Crusader Kings 2.
The pinging.
Crusader Kings 2, the working out what the hell I can do with 100% threat and literally everyone in defensive pacts against me. Possibly what I should do is retrench and...
You're cheering up your vassals,
Ooh,
I think.
20-mile lorry queues at Dover.
I did cheer up my vassals.
Well, one of the ways you're cheering them up is by not going to war for ages.
It's true.
You're investigating your succession. You're possibly trying to work out ways to recruit people to inherit other kingdoms into your empire.
That's certainly
particularly entertaining approach.
an entertaining approach. Certainly, well, I should let time tick slowly then while I'm messing around with stuff.
I'm just wiping. Someone appears to have covered out the remote control in syrup. Don't think it's syrup.
Probably actually where it was, beneath the ceiling dripping on it.
Possibly.
That's more likely.
Of course,
you used it,
one of the things that has occurred to me is that... Oh, right, it looks like they have created the Duchy of Whatnot, which...
Yes,
Might.
that happened just before
Yes.
you stopped.
Gosh, my vassals really are not very keen on me right now because I've been at war for the last however.
Going to war at this, going up in a big war, you might have a quick look at the French revolt and see if you can do anything to it. Because that would almost certainly not need all of your armies.
We need quite a lot of my armies. It is quite large, but I think it's also... Ooh, I do have a casus belli. Do I have a casus belli for anything good? I've got a de jure claim on Vexin for my vassal.
Because remember, he's going to be in a war with France at the moment anyway.
It's
so
true.
you only need enough to deal with the armies he's not currently using to fight France, and to avoid running into the French army. But you could go into, for instance, the southern half of the revolt, where it's reasonably well away from mainland France.
Well, except that this is disputed territory.
You probably want to send someone in there as well.
Yes. Well,
So yeah, I think that's probably just about worthwhile. I mean, it may turn out to be, and yeah, I suspect you don't need all of your troops.
yeah. Well, let's. Well, I think that's probably enough to go and at least start.
And then you can see what turns up.
I will put myself in there, and I will put my useless son in there, on the grounds that I think that works. It works quite well. And let's start off with that and see what happens. You're French revolt, but you're over there.
So yeah, I'd be inclined then to you could raise.
There's a Breton revolt as well, which is the stripy one that's not that one.
Which is probably why you're limited in how much troops you can raise. Oh no, that you raised Wales, partly, didn't you?
Yeah, it's
So
okay.
I would say don't raise too many.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to... I wanted to raise Lotharingias because that army is a bit...
Yeah.
The armies kicking around are slightly bigger than
Than you would like.
than I would like. Let's zoom in a bit so I can...
Try to route them such that they don't run into that French army.
Yes. So they're going to Brocc, which is that way, so we can go this way. That looks like a pair of twins. Okay, yeah, whatever. I know. Okay, it's just two messages about the same thing. Everyone's leaving the defensive pact, but once again,
You just said two
This
messages that mean the same thing.
probably be back in the defensive pact in about 5 minutes. Jihad for Egypt is merciful.
For everyone.
Well, as long as it's not jihad for Jerusalem. Because I won't actually have to care about that irksomely. I might need to be a bit careful about that. How very irksome.
I think you can now dispatch that large army direct to Vexin.
Yes. Well, Vexin. I only say it stupidly in order to vex them. Yes, that was intentional. Yes, it is terrible.
There's a chance that
To vex them. Is there a pun there?
that the revolt
Vexin and Vexin.
Vex them.
there's a chance the revolt will get defeated. But
Yes. Well, that's fine. I think my cunning plan here is, and you'll appreciate the masterful simplicity of the plan, is to try and win this war before the French revolt gets squashed. Right, while we're there, let's go and have a look at what we're doing. We're besieging La Roche-Guyon. which is, you know, like a place.
If you're going to revolt against the King of France, then you should expect that you'll get absorbed into another neighbouring empire.
Apparently.
You don't like your current king, well, we can give you a new one.
It's true.
No idea what they're actually fighting for.
Me neither. Wretched, isn't it? So that's probably assaultable, and so is that. So I think I go for besieging this place as fast as I can.
I mean, that looks like a nicely balanced battle going on to the east.
Yes. It's time for a crusade. Right. I mean, I'm ready to Egypt. What happens if I snuff it between
I think that gets inherited by your successor. I mean, I think
excuse
it's
me,
the
I'm just going
kingdom
to...
that's pledged, but it might not be.
No, I don't want my son. What I want is my family and...
The fairest of Middlesex. Wow.
Yeah. Choose. Where is Alfreda, the fairest in Middlesex? Does she actually have... Was she too old?
I can't remember the... Well, you could, if you type princess into the search, you'll probably get only those. Okay. Either they are all ineligible, possibly they're actually within the line of succession.
Oh
And
yes.
if you bring up the line of succession for the empire, click on the empire shield.
Oh yeah.
No. Okay, because there's all of Beorhtwine's sons. Okay, maybe they are just too old, and
Well,
Beorhtwine is young enough that she qualifies. Which incidentally indicates that searching for princess didn't work correctly.
it did not.
Annoying. Loreen.
Another one of my half sisters. Christ, I have a lot of relatives. Aha! There we are.
Right, yes. The rest of Middlesex.
Right, let's stick with that. Right, so we have chosen a crusade beneficiary. We can get on with the thrilling thing. What happens if I snuff it between now and crusade start time?
I don't know.
I guess we're probably going to find out, because I am like 66 and the crusade is not starting for over a year, so there is a very real chance that I will snuff it before anything interesting happens. Yes, I think my plan is to besiege this one and assault these two, provided the assaults don't go too badly. We've got a new Grand Mayor. Do we have a spare thing to keep him a little bit cheerier than that? Yes, we do. Oh dear, let's pause because I'm chancellorless. Let's make you king of thingy. Let's go and find my least cheerful vassal, which is probably that guy, the King of Castile. Yes, he's not very happy because I have been invading him. Right, there we go. Oh look, people are joining the defensive pact again. What a surprise. No, they still can't manage the Holy War for Tau because Casus Belli has destated itself.
Oh, the French are coming to try to have a fight with you.
Yeah, the French are coming to try and have a fight with me. I wonder what's going to happen.
I think they're going to lose.
They're probably going to lose. Right, let's make my son or grandson or whatever
It's not like France, you actually control this territory.
territory.
You might want to go after
The
some other territory.
territory.
I mean, maybe, I suppose, there's the danger that you... Oh, they've got one of your flanks.
Yes.
2.
We've got quite a lot of theirs.
Yes, you have one. I mean, like, you did have essentially the same number of troops on each side, so it's not entirely...
Okay, for some reason it managed to take my useless son off there, which is a little bit irksome.
Oh, well, yes, you merged 2 armies and it stuck the... and
yes.
it
stuck
stuck the best commanders
others,
by
yes.
some metric, which is not a completely stupid metric.
Except for the fact that it's
But
bloody
it doesn't have the "we want to kill
our
our
son metric.
You want our son to die gloriously in battle.
Yes. But there's an important keyword there. La, la,
So,
la.
like, you could stick him back in. Now that
Oh
you,
yeah, that's true. I mean, he's not that useless as a commander. It's not that good
not even
either. I
the
mean,
most useless commander you have.
yeah, and he's got cavalry leader. So-
Okay, there's a
There's a
strong
large
army there.
French
You might
army.
want to keep track of where that's going.
Towards us.
Right. Well,
So
you
we
will-
raised.
yes, you will have finished this siege very short.
Yes, but that's not going to get me enough war score.
No. It'll take you a few days to do the...
Yes.
Yeah, far away.
Let's pile them in and
Careful,
find.
careful.
Hang on, it's okay, it's okay. Well, it might be okay.
Well, no, the thing is that you'll have to go through Evreux and you'll run into the back of the French army if you do that.
It's true. Well, you
So
say
you're-
that.
One possibility is that you get this army to engage the French army first, and the other ones, possibly after completing their siege, come in and join them. I'm slightly confused by the size of that French army. Can you mouse over it and check? Okay.
I think I actually circle round, or I wait. I wait until they've started marching out, because I don't. For some reason, I think my organizer has snuffed at it. Let's turn time down. Right, we have got siege.
I think you want to make sure. Right, so they're going to leave. The French army will leave Evreux just before you arrive in Evreux. won't
They're
they?
coming to me now.
Oh right, okay. Do you want to have your other army chase them? Because even then you're going to be undermanned.
I am a bit, aren't I?
So have you raised everything you can from the nearby counties? Right, that's better. I think that now gives you
Well,
the numbers.
let's in fact march them over.
No,
No.
because
Just leave the
France will reach Caen first.
car. Yes.
So I think you have to accept that the battle's going to happen in Caen.
And I want to march that lot
And you
in
want
there
to
as
get
well.
everyone in there. And I think that will. I think you stand a chance. You might want to ensure that the group that's in Caen has the best defensive
Yes.
commanders you can lay your paws on.
So what have we got?
And lovely though it will be to get.
I'm a flanker, inspiring leader.
Hmm,
Right, so I've got Cybold as inspiring leader.
we haven't got much by way of defenders, so
I am.
I think mostly lots of martial skill.
Right, so let's put Cybold in there. Me in there because it's a de jure claim, and if I snuff it, it doesn't change it. So I think that is my.
Yeah, I think that's a good approach. You don't sadly get a defensive advantage.
No, because it's incredibly boring land.
The I don't quite understand the numbers on that French army because they keep flapping.
They do.
They split in half. Well, that was entertaining
That's
of them.
exciting.
Yes. Oh, that's fine. I mean, you get no war score for defeating France, sadly.
I know.
But it does make it harder for the rebellion to finish. So
It's true. Right, under the circumstances, I might just as well send these straight back to.
it may be worth letting them keep moving just in case you lose, which you're about to.
Which it turns out I am about to because
Very low morale of newly raised troops. But your if they can get in fast enough, yes, I think you may actually.
they've suddenly.
Okay, well.
That's going to be entertaining.
Note, of course, you don't lose any more score for losing this battle, either.
Yes. It's just a bit annoying. Because I'll probably end up in stotty retreat to somewhere.
Yeah.
Belgium. Man, Belgium. And I still kind of need to win a battle against the.
It will be nice against the revolt. If you can find the revolt.
Yes.
That's a long retreat.
Well, it's into some more of Brittany. That's what I've got here. I've got the Breton Revolt, Brittany, and the Kingdom of England. We have 7% for occupying Le Roche-Guyon. Right, good. They're all buggering off to Belgium. Right, that's really in different directions.
To Belgium?
Well, they're going to Rouen. They're going to Anjou.
Select them, they'll act. Right, with that. Yeah, if you select them, I think they'll show their full route.
Well, they're going to Vermandois. They're going to.
It may be that France will not bother fighting you again, and you can stand down half these armies.
I'm not sure where they are fighting me as such, unless they desperately want this county.
If you win this war before they defeat the revolt, then you will take then they defeat the revolt. You will take a county out of the France they end up with. So there's some reason to discourage you.
I suppose.
I mean, though it has also weakened their armies, which reduces their ability to fight the revolt themselves. So,
yes. Right, well, let's put you lot back over there. Because we still need you to go and actually besiege the damn thing. Oh look, people are joining the defensive pact against me. Aha, right. Glue. There you go, him, Brian. At least I'm in good supply here. I'm next to my own territory. Glue them together. Whoever it was and got betrothed. Oh dear, something has happened to my other Chancellor. Right, let's get you improving diplomatic relations with the King of Castile. God damn it. My Chancellor just died.
King of Jerusalem?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you still own Jerusalem?
That's a very exciting question.
It looks like not.
That looks like I do not.
We did think that
was going to happen, yes. But I didn't have time to do anything about it. Oh well.
That's fine. briefly control Jerusalem.
I can't even declare war. How terrible is...
Because you have armies. Great.
Yes, it's
you
true.
You do have a case
Case
of belli
belli.
to take Jerusalem back again.
Well... But I probably should wait for that until I've, de-pissed off my vassals. On the grounds that it is a long way away. And it will be quite a complicated war. Anyway, now you're all here. 13 days to complete some more siege weapons. Well, let's make the lights flash faster. Yes, the thing is, I've got the warning up here that says I might lose it, but I don't think there was anything in there that said you have lost it. It just said you don't have a chance for any longer.
Yes.
So
maybe you need to adjust the message
settings, yes. Right.
There, incidentally, is a fleeing rebel army.
Yes, there is.
I don't know. There is a French army chasing it.
Yes. Try running away from the French army. I think the problem is they're going to try and besiege it back, aren't they?
You can probably raise an army of them on block. Unless you raise that one already. Not much.
I found some more army down the back of the sofa. Okay, fine. Are you coming to get me? Let's glue my armies together.
It's strange, I can see your body but my face.
The dream come true.
The dream come true.
Yes, Squawk, we can hear it. Let's do it.
Better?
Yes.
Sorry. Headphone not quite plugged in. I couldn't actually tell.
Okay, well, the French revolt has revolted.
Has ended.
Yes.
What's going on with Vexan?
That's a very interesting question.
I think Vexan, you are paused, good. Oh yes, you have to dismiss your armies before you can do anything, don't you? So yes.
Yes.
Right. But I wonder if Vexan is now independent and possibly not yet managed to join a defensive pact against you. So you might just be able to go over and sit in Vexan briefly with a smallish number of armies because it's somehow managed to obtain independence.
It's possible.
So the only awkward thing is that it may, pause, because you can now dismiss those armies, and if it hasn't joined the defensive pact, then you might be able to go to war for it.
Which it's not currently in a defensive pact. Let's declare war.
So you could have a rapid de jure claim
Claim of Vexor.
against the
Extremely
independent
small, but
counter
very
Vexor.
independent counter
You might
Vexor.
want slightly more than 600 troops for the job, but only slightly. Can't you do it? Yeah, you probably dismiss the 606 and save the 92 battles.
It's true.
We're here to take your county off you.
You thought you might get a county. I think I might try and get rid of a son. Again.
Oh, there's a French. Is that the French army?
I think that is the French army.
Why are they hostile? No, that's the Vexinian army. Right.
Right.
You already have 10% war score. What?
I already have 10% war score. Because I hold some of his
Because you're
relatives
holding
prisoner
people
from the
possibly
previous war. Oh, this is mildly hilarious. Ooh, excellent. Excuse me, I just need to go and find the religion view. Find some of my eastern vassals. Find the chaplain and get him to proselytize. And then we can go back to fighting in Vexor. We can go back to vexing Vexor. That's given us 21% war score. I think we could probably afford to besiege La Roche-Guyon as soon as we have built some siege weapons. Yes. Oh! I have snuffed it. Right. You have a new heir. If your character dies now, you will play as King Morcar of Carthaginiensis.
Right.
Okay. What? Anyway, right, so Emperor Brocc. Emperor Brocc has given up the ghost at age 67. He died a maimed cripple. I don't remember being maimed, but whatever. Cursed with an unhealthy love for food, but Brocc was known for his massive girth. Well, he was a badger after all. Badgers are quite substantial. Many at court were fearing that his habits would lead him to an untimely demise for years before his death.
Which was, for his time, not really undone.
Yes, he didn't do too badly. Basileus Beorhtwine.
He's a Basileus.
I'm a Basileus.
Basileus of England.
Basileus of England. Basileus Beorhtwine, being a talented military tactician, not talented as his dad, we expect him to lead us to many victories on the field of battle. Long live Basileus Beorhtwine.
No lost titles.
Titles,
no
no pretenders. Stoked be it. Right, so let's go check what we have available. I have no piety. I've got very little prestige. Well, I say very little. Let's cancel the ambition of becoming Protestrator because it turns out I've become an emperor. Right, I can have a daughter. Yeah, let's have a daughter. Right, so that's my wife. I am the Morcar of Carthaginiensis. This is my son. Excuse me, I'm just going to...
Who's king by virtue of being married to
The
Queen
Queen of
Carthaginiensis.
Carthaginiensis, which is actually Spain.
Which is that patch of
Spain.
southern that's Valencia, isn't it, in our terms?
Yeah.
But she's French. Okay, or whatever.
Right.
Oh no, you're Greek,
I'm Greek.
and this has probably thus renamed a bunch of your territories.
Territories and
to
titles.
what a Greek speaker would think they were called.
Of
If you switch back
course.
to realm or possibly sub-realm view, or realm view and then sub-realms of thing, you may find that all the names have gone weird. Most of them have not gone weird.
'Cause-
It's just that one
It's
is
just-
no longer Valencia.
yes. Right, anyway, so... right. So, you are
Your
My
8-year-old son.
one of my sons. You seem to have some talent for diplomacy, so let's assign you a guardian. Let's assign you a guardian with some talent for diplomacy. Like Henry the Despot of Wales. Stigand Jacobsen is my cousin who has some talent for stabbing people in the back. I'll assign you a talented backstabber. Here, Beorhtwine the Normandy, who is showing some talent as a steward. Let's Theodora de Normandy. Well, yeah, okay, I guess. And Polycarpos de Normandy, who is showing some truly tremendous martial skill. So let's go and find him one of my marshals. Like you. Right.
So those are, I think, so who do those go to instead? So that I think that's a,
Oh, that's a...
yeah, I think you've just got a bunch of extra things. Yes, you managed to reacquire stains owing to the death of...
yes, but of course I lose that because of Gavelkind. Right, so we still have a fairly sensible Magistros. I need a pointy sticks person, which I think is going to be Morgan, Duke of Cumbria. I need a Chancellor, not Chancellor, a thingy. You'll do a backstabber. You are acceptable. And a court chaplain. You are also acceptable. Right, religion review. So over here is my realm. Proselytize. Over that. Right. You should get researching military tech. You should research economy tech. Let's just check I don't have any factions. I do have some factions. Is there anyone? I think temporarily we are going to study technology in Florence. And then we can put you on faction stoting duty. Minor titles. Commander, you say. Right, well, we'll get you. Okay. Right. And I think we still want me to be leading armies because my heir is rather better. Although I'm less completely hopeless than I was, particularly in martial things. Right, so Some people are leaving the defensive pact against me, but I will have to review all this when I finish besieging. Oh! Well, let's buy the Pope off for 100 quid and... Right. I need to choose a beneficiary.
I think you may not officially have joined it.
Join. Choose. Is he old enough? Right, there we are. Let's, oh, also pause, let's so what have we got? I have a weak claim on the Sheikhdom of Loon. Right, fine. There are some fairly substantial defensive pacts against me still. Anyway, let's try and finish this goddamn siege. Right. Oh look, we've got 100% war score. Let us release the peace otter. 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 Right, so... So it's 39 days to the start of the crusade. You know what? Let's enter into a little light vassal fettling.
We've now decided everyone is a despot.
Yes. So actually, let's see if I do have any minor titles.
Looks like they're all...
I think they're all handed out, right.
Boing.
So, how is the Eye of London doing? You want to go to war for Swabia. Pretty sure it's part of the Holy Roman Empire. I'm going to piss him off.
But yes.
I'm
I
pretty...
mean, that means it's probably not part of the defensive pact.
Yes, but I have...
But you do kind of have a crusade to be getting on with.
So yes, that's King of Swabia, which is part of the Holy Roman Empire. And it is currently... I think I'm going to refuse such outrageous demands, because it only loses me 10 prestige, which I'll get back from crusading anyway. And I can then go to war against the Holy Roman Empire with a bit more cash. Because in any case, very shortly, I'm going to be at war, and people are joining the defensive pact against me, presumably because there's a lot going to be lots of troops. So, 13 days. 10 days. Unfortunately, I don't actually have any holdings in Jerusalem anymore, which is very irksome, but you know, I plan to fix this at some point. Right. 100 piety, which I could kind of do with. Right, so where exactly are we going to war against? That's probably something to... Okay, so that's Egypt.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
Sultanate you're going after.
Yahid
Right, yes.
Sultanate, and then if I go and so that's the actual disputed territory. Those counties there. Okay. Do I have any organisers? No. Right. Well, let's put myself in charge of the army. Let's put you in charge of the army. Let's sort of over there. So let's zoom out a bit. Hang on, let's do sub-realm view. Ooh, that's Castile. Right. Well, apparently I can't raise any troops there.
I thought pretty much everyone had a positive opinion of you.
Yeah.
I would expect you to be able to raise troops from all of your vassals unless they're seriously defeated.
Actually, it says dismiss my personal levies, they're expensive.
You've got money.
It's true.
And the more people you hurl at this war, the more money you'll have after it.
So maybe not that way, let's go that way. Actually, let's go that way. Not run into some random hostile army on the way. And try and right, so you lot. I will dismiss you lot on the grounds that you're quite small and you are very far away. You lot, shipses. Insert onto ships. And there's lots of Hyayid whatever, but I think we do go for the stuff that's likely to excite. Right. Ships. Get on ships. Castile is bizarrely raised like 1,000,000 kilometres away. I don't want to know about the siege, I want the other view so I can raise some ships. Right, let's stick you on some ships and send you off over here. It's early autumn. I'm sure it'll be much nicer in Egypt than anywhere else. Well, certainly than it will be in Brittany at this time of year. So, zip over there. Raise some fleets. Get some fleets, but we don't send you off yet. We raise your fleets. We bung you on some ships. Bung you off to here. Right, let's zoom in. Oh, that is actually a bigger county than it looks. We raise some fleets. We stick some armies on the whatnot. Raise fleets. Glue armies together. Hurl armies on ship. Hurl off over here. You guys, we march over there and we will send some ships back from somewhere once we've got some ships somewhere. You're not meant to join the defensive pact against me. I'm lovely. I'm joining in the crusade. This is a perfectly normal thing to do and not at all culturally hegemonic and evil. Right, I can't get my thing doing anyway. That's right. Yes, you were right there. Maybe you're part of that war. I have no idea. Do we have good commanders? Yes. Let's just march you straight into Egypt. Yep. This is a highly sophisticated strategy, I'll have you know. I'm not even 100% threatening. Oh, I've run into a battle. Well, let's hope it's a battle where I get some war score. On the other hand, it looks like a battle I'm winning, so, you know, we can live in hope that there can be some war score.
The first fleet has arrived.
Thank you. Right. Right. Get off there. Basically, they've got first mover advantage in wherever. So I'm going to go for Cairo. We won the battle. That's got us 0% war score. 0.48%. Woohoo! I got the Watchtower network slightly too late to raise the troops. Right, you lot. I need you on the cross-channel ferry service to Rouen. glue. Okay, they decided to go there as well. But I think we look like we're in charge. Excellent. That's nice. Oh, I've got a fleet in the Nile Delta. Right, well.
You need to select the army.
It's true, good point well made. So they're going to be in Sarkaya. Let's march in there, because... Hang on. Glue. No, I can't glue them, damn it.
Why can't you do that?
Because I've already started one of them marching, I think. Let's turn time down a bit. So what have we got there? Probably don't have the right people in charge of our army. We've got someone in charge of it at least, if not necessarily the right someone's. Could be worse.
You might want to go back to Realm at some point.
It's true. We've won another battle. What's our war score? 0.22%. Woohoo! So, what's the supply limit? There, let's find one of the smaller armies and send it over here. Supply limit there. Take you and send you over there. Go over here. Do. Well, there's some entertaining battles going on. Could you put the kettle on again, please? We won another battle.
Still 0 war score.
Still, there is all war score. I think this one was so small it didn't even get a, like, yeah. Woohoo! 5% from the Siege of Cairo, and a completely pointless battle that got us nothing because it was like 3 people. What do you mean our armies now stand poised to take Crusader Jerusalem? I mean, like, we're already there. Ah, right, no, the ones with me in it. Right, let's just check that, like, everyone is going to... Bung you on a ship. Bung the ship to over here. So the English fleet over there. I'm sure it'll be fun. We're still leading siege there. Well, that's nice. Only a charismatic negotiator. Fair. Only not into Cairo because we don't have enough people there yet. Oh, waiting, let's go and see.
Squawk.
I can't find myself in here. It doesn't seem to be sorted because, like, there's people with like 3% in the middle and 7%. Oh well, I guess I get to find out what my contribution was at the end of the war. Okay, we won a battle. Good, that's nice. I wonder who we were fighting. Other than, like, the obvious. What are we besieging there? Bubastis, right, fine. Well.
Probably not going to go well.
No, it probably isn't, but, you know. Spotted it after I was movement locked, so not a lot we can do at that point. Except laugh at the 4,000 army that's coming in behind, but probably not in time to squash this lot.
What on earth are your commanders doing there?
Yes! Well, most of my commanders aren't in that army, but I'm not sure why I appear to have a commander who has, and let's face it, a military skill of 4, but let's face it, he probably won't be a commander with a military skill of 4 for very much longer. Oh, it's okay. There's another 4,000 people coming along right behind. Oh no, we lost. Oh well. It's fine, we can have another army fight now instead with another small army. It'll be fine. hopefully if we win the crusade there'll be lots of money, and that will allow me to build the next stage of the lighthouse. That's more like it. Let's go to this lot. So pick which armies to merge them with. It's probably got Crusader by now. I can just check. Yeah. Oh, besieging. I can get to diplomacy +2 by losing piety and gold. I can gain zealous and thing. Probably shouldn't try and become possessed. Right. The perils of international travel. It broadens the mind or something. Either that or just gibbering states. I vote for the gibbering state option. We arrived in Cairo. Just glue some people together. Right, how are we doing on the besieging front? We're besieging Zagazig. Right, jolly good. This is a fantastic place name. I assume it has nothing to do with the word zigzag, even though it feels like it really ought to have. Come on, march faster, then we can get you out there. Right, well, it's possible my Chancellor is owning his keep. Let's actually dismiss that fleet. I do not, I think. Oh, okay, let's not dismiss that fleet. Let's send it over here so I can glue them all together. Right, so, hello, here we are. Yeah. Let's unpause on the grounds that thing. Let's just check that we. I'm a little short on battle war score. Oh well. we're at 60% more score. Is she any good at anything? Let's gain some piety. But anyway, we're still trying to.
There you are.
Yeah.
You may actually find that you get a better answer from the Crusade panel than from the War panel.
It's possible, but too late now. God has granted Basileus Beorhtwine of England victory in the crusade for Kemet. Count Russell of Leptis Magna has been beaten at every turn through the war and has finally had to give up on his holdings in Kemet. Basileus Beorhtwine has granted the new lands of Kemet to Sverre of Orkney. That's not who I put. That was one of my sons. The Pope has... I was who I put down. The Pope has made an announcement about the victory and virtues of the Crusaders as true faithful protectors of the faith. With Muslims being pushed out of their old lands, there are certainly more conflicts to come. Praise God. Right, so... I've now become the Great.
Oh, that's actually replaced your previous
Jittery, yes.
Jittery.
Well, since then I've become a magnificent crusader. I am still incredibly resentful that Cecilia never got the Great. What does a woman have to do? Act. I have a mace. Oh, well, let's go and look at my treasury. Actually, let's march all of my armies into the sea.
So what's the realm layout doing around there now?
Maybe I need
right, that enormous area
is
now
Kemet. Yeah. Crusader Kingdom.
Crusader Kingdom.
I create the Duchy of Sjaland. But my minion can do that. Ooh, let's use up the Duchy of Anjou. Right, there we go. Which will give us some de jure claims. Right. I'm sure there was something. Right, so I'm marching my armies back into the sea. It's fine, they'll give me a notice so I can let that do. What I can do is look at my treasury. So we are wearing the German Crusader armour and we are wielding the impervious battle axe. We've still got
So you've got the new exalted war mace thing.
Nail of the True Cross, and everyone's joined the defensive pact against me, so maybe I should pause. Oh no, hang on, I have to wait until I can dismiss my armies.
Until all those armies have found somewhere to go, so unless you dismiss them where they are.
So that gets me the heavy foot troops 5%, light cavalry 10%, monthly prestige 0.5, martial 1, wombat skill 7. I.e. exactly the same as the
other two
Crusader things.
Weapons you have.
Well, let's wield a mace for a bit. It makes a change. Could be my look. Ooh, something's happened. Oh dear. Yes, of course, the regent was my mother-in-law who has just snuffed it.
Right.
So,
Possible.
let's keep the designated regent. Aha, Queen of Denmark has indeed created the thing. How are we doing factions wise? Okay, there's only one that's over 11%. I don't think it's worth even bothering at that stage. That just means my vassals are kind of mildly harmlessly occupied. Right. So let's send 17,000 men to Minorca, because that'll work. And then let's zoom out and see. So we do have a claim on the Kingdom of Swabia, I think. Or I did before the Crusade happened, and anything may have happened. So I can contemplate going up against the Home Empire.
What are your things that you might lose on succession? The left, that one there. It occurs to me that one possible thing there might be to work out if you can pull him into your empire.
Well, it's the Earl of Kildare.
Right, so the danger is that his children will end up...
Yes.
I think under most circumstances, if he's only going to inherit an earldom, that will not be a problem. I think that's not a problem.
He's heir to the Kingdom of Carthagina.
Yes, so that's not a problem in itself, because he can be your vassal while his wife is independent.
Yes.
Their children will either inherit Carthaginiensis first. That's not the right name, I know. In which case they will remain your vassal when they inherit Kildare, or they'll inherit Kildare first, but when they inherit Carthaginiensis, they will become that will become their primary title, and their vassal contract will follow their primary title, which means they'll become your vassal. So I think it's actually safe.
Right.
And that's the only one of those that looks serious, because the others are just earls.
Yeah.
You might lose a tiny patch
And
of
more.
territory that you'll have a de jure claim to get back.
Get back, yes. Right, let's carry on.
I think none of those. I was wanting to check whether there was one of them that could be resolved by taking some small piece of territory off someone.
Yes.
But they're two minor ones and one that I don't think is actually a problem.
What I should be doing while I'm waiting for my fleet to piss around in the Med. Right, let's... disband everyone. Right, let's go check that we have in fact disbanded.
No.
No.
807 armies.
Right. Sod it, I am just going to dismiss them. So we have 17,000 light. Let's go and start building stage 4 of the extremely magnificent lighthouse. Because, let's face it, we can. Currently there's... That's Oxford, that's not what I want. I want Middlesex, goddammit. Why is it so hard to find my capital?
Because it's small.
It's not that small, it's just there's a sodding great thing on top of it. So, jousting lists.
Those are kind of only work under some circumstances.
Yes, right, you're at least doing something sensible there. I can't do a thing there. Ooh, I've got stains back. What should I build instead? obviously. Let's build a castle down. Right. So, let's see. Current amount of thing is about 25,000-ish. So, the Holy Roman Empire, you say, have lost its capital. Right, let's start with one of the kings and like work up. They've got 27,000, but no money. Right, so let's just...
They forget to join in with the Crusaders.
I think they didn't join the Crusade. Right, what claims have I got that are any good? County, 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 county.
Generally very popular.
It is very popular, isn't it? Does anyone want anything that isn't Gemer? No, okay, we have some more counties, more counties, more counties. So is Padua, but not as popular as Gemer. Has, for some variety, Stulvais, Torgau, Venessa. Vigere claim on Gemer. Vigere claim on Ulich, Trenchant. Okay, well it looks like whoever was my... Right, let's just also check what have I got in the way of giveable, awayable titles. I've got one duchy and a barony. Is there anyone here that has anything good?
Duchy of Burgundy,
Duchy
claimed by the Count of Beckner.
I bet they're going to be in the defensive pack, but let's go look. They're in the defensive pact. She
And also Princess is not actually
landed, yes.
Actually, I think she may be, but there's one camera on the right. I mean, you have got a fair number of strong claims kicking around, so
Yeah, I just have to like click on everything individually. Let's go and see if we still have any claims on Jerusalem.
you might want to switch the realms rather than dynasties just to let
That's
them
true.
continue.
As part of the defensive pact, that probably means, yeah, I've got a claim. I can claim Jerusalem on behalf of one of my kinsmen. Right, well that's nice to know if anyone ever leaves this goddamn defensive pact.
So currently the major person who isn't in the defensive pact is the Holy Roman Empire, yes.
Possibly the Byzantines.
But they have managed to reassemble their empire, this is true.
It's true.
No, oh no, hang on.
Not
That's
enough.
the defensive pact against her.
Yes. Then we have...
You have a
Claim
lot of claims
visit-
on the empire if
Fire.
you want to put your own person in.
That won't work.
That's about it at the moment.
Yes.
I mean, obviously,
Papacy.
choosing,
Papacy part of the defensive pact.
finding yourself a suitable claimant is an approach to taking on big empires.
That's true. How's Poland doing? Part of the defensive pact. Just checking out all my de jure claim. So you... are part of the Pagan Defence Pact against me. Well, I thought that would probably be the case, but you know. Just do that one. Well, for variety, that one's part of Estonia, which is part of the Defence Pact against me. What a surprise! Novgorod is also part of Estonia. You're part of the Holy Roman Empire. You're part of France. 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 Can't actually work out where that one is, but oh, Mallorca, right, you. Oh, you're part of the Defensive Pact. And the Holy Roman Empire again. Right, okay.
So a lot of those ought to be able to be dealt with by people under you who
Yes.
will not come up against the pact.
Indeed.
So, I mean, my feeling is that your right approach here is get yourself a good claim against the Holy Roman or Byzantine Empire.
Well, you don't want claims against the Empire.
Well, not, yeah, against the Empire, but not on the Empire.
Oh, so for a sub-realm or something.
Yes.
Well, the other option is France or Aquitaine. Oh, of course, yes, I need somewhere that's not going to be part of the Defensive Pact
Yes,
for all
that's the
eternity.
point. The Holy Roman and Byzantine Empires are not, and will probably continue not, to be in a defensive pact against you.
Right, let's go see if there's anywhere good, like Bohemia. I like the look of Bohemia. Would a barony suffice for...
Technically, yes. Because you only need them to be landed or a de Normandy.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously exploring for...
strong claimants.
Well, no, I was thinking, or in the other direction, looking for a sub-realm of the Holy Roman Empire that's that's vulnerable to a weak claim. Is also a reasonable approach.
Could be here a while. Let's see if there's any of the big ones. So that's...
In theory, yeah, I suppose if you don't get much, you only get the name, then you're announcing over the...
So this one here. It's not got very much in the way of actual countries. Well, let me sit back to sense.
Actually, another approach would be to look at the Holy Roman Emperor's vassals and see which ones would look in the list, which ones look female or childlike, which would have the great advantage that you can go and look.
Yes.
Doesn't get you the ones that are incapable,
It's true.
otherwise you end up with the ones that are subject to battle, subject to war. So.
So we have the Duchess of Austria, which is a tiny bit feeble. But so far our best bet. It's even smaller, but it is at least like more sensibly located with regard to my empire. Which gives me some advantages in regard to Duchess of Abruzzo. Meh.
Urania. That's even closer.
It's true, that is... Well, no, it's not. That one was contiguous to my empire.
What?
Nordgau was continuous to my empire.
What? Nordgau was in the Alps.
It had a bit up here as well.
Oh, did it? Right, I didn't see that bit.
Yeah.
As far as I was concerned, maybe it was in the middle of the Alps.
But yeah, I mean, so Transurania has possibility. Now we're down to counts. So let's see.
You have no kings on
Basically, it's got a couple like Swabia and that, but there's only a couple, and they're. Well, let's see if we can rustle up a claimant.
you. You really want to play with your children. It doesn't immediately go out of the that line of family and
Well, he's got a child, the steward of Transurania.
Transurania.
Yeah,
Well,
it's invited to
possibly.
court.
And you really want to invite him rather than the claimant? Oh, is that the claimant?
He is the claimant.
Sorry, I'm an idiot. Carry on.
Right, so he's joined my court. Let's try signing him a landed title.
You can do that. And it's not too much of a problem because you were going to use that one anyway.
It's true too. Right, now let's just check things out. We've got 23,000. Could really do with waiting a bit. Yes, we can wait, we can check.
Actually, do you need to hand over Bexan to someone? Do you have vassals in your name?
No,
Oh,
it was a
no.
de jure claim.
All right, on behalf of someone, and therefore
Yes.
it got correctly
Correctly
into
sorted
the
itself.
de jure.
Yes, yes. Presumably I farmed him out to be raised by someone Greek, which is why I've ended up with this this Basileus roaming the realm. And I think my son is Anglo-Saxon. He's doing. We are up to 27,000, so that's nearly recovered. How is the Holy Roman Empire doing? About the same, but has no money. And indeed, quite a lot of those troops are hired anyway. Haha. That's one of the reasons it's got no money. Right, brilliant. Well. I can invest in some technology. Can't invest in. Right, let's get some more castle infrastructure. Can I build anything good yet? So. Okay. How are my levies doing? really close to being optimal. I think doing it now while the Holy Roman Empire is busy being distracted. Let's declare war for
I'm assuming you've got this right.
yes, there we are, Transurania, which is that bit there. He is Baron, he is my vassal, send. Right. Ships. Hurl into ships. Where is the best place to come ashore? Probably in everyone's favourite Lithuanian port. You are Scotland. So let's put some reasonable commanders on you. I'm going to walk you through enemy territory. Nope. So that leaves out Cumbria. I think that's fine. Zoom in so I can actually find some of Middlesex. Oh shit.
Middlesex now has an adequate fleet.
It's true, it does. I begrudgingly built some shipyards. Eventually. Let's go for a little trip. To get to march up from the south. And we get to visit the eastern provinces who we will dismiss. Send it there. Let's just check this new market raised over there.
I just love the switch from this really enthusiastic trek across Europe. We're just going to move sideways here. We're not really here. We're not going to involve ourselves in this. I think actually he's dealing with an entirely different war there.
It's true, but you know,
nonetheless, you want to go round that entirely different war.
I do. Let's.
Maybe I accidentally drowned them.
I don't know, there's lots of mothy things that have been stoating around recently. Is that mosquitoes or moths? Okay. Let's take time a bit slower. Oh, excellent. Papacy people are slowing down the inevitable whatnot. Actually, let's take you out of there and squid you into some other random county, because we can always go back to City in the Ulick after, and this is important, we have... Indeed. But it is a nice place to go and besiege because it is entirely surrounded by my stuff. And engage in a bit of army aggregation. Right, well, while wandering around in this general direction, unfortunately it'll stop being winter soon, and that will help deal with the attrition problem. Yes.
Looks like you don't work.
Yes. So not slightly out of supply. Let's glue you lot together. Let's glue you lot together. You are adequately glued, and you are adequately glued at least until some more people turn up. Right, so where have we got? It's got an entertaining thing. Right, let's back all of you off into that county. do a tiny bit of fettling to put some really good people in there. On the ground. I don't particularly want to lose this war because it would be annoying.
How far are you going over the...
Over the supply limit. Quite a bit.
So you're going to lose a lot of that army.
So, who's there? Well, let's...
I would suggest you spread them out so that they're below the supply limit with all the adjoining counties.
Well, I was, but there was like 13,000.
Well, if they actually were started heading towards you, then
Well, they
you
had. I don't know where they've gone.
You can't see anymore because you've got no one left in the counties.
It's true, they're probably going round. Yeah,
But
right.
yes, I think in that circumstance it's better to move towards the enemy rather than away because then you continue having visibility of them.
Yes, but the problem is it was mountainous territory. And I didn't want to run into them. Because that would have been...
Well, but you would have had, in the county they were moving into, you would have had defensive advantage even if some of your troops arrived late. Because it's a question of who has an army there first.
Yes, but I wasn't going to get there first.
Weren't you already there? How could you see them?
Well, okay, I was already there, but
Right.
I was going to be massively over the supply limit.
I don't think that's a problem for a battle because battles don't last months
Right.
for the most part. And like if you're going to be 50% over the supply limit, you may as well be 50% over the supply limit in a battle, or rather, you may as well be 75% over the supply limit in a battle rather than 50% over it in a siege.
Yeah.
Because sieging under attrition conditions will kill your army, whereas battling under them, the battle will be killing them faster.
So we're now very nearly... Okay, right, but now...
I think the thing to do is when an army adjacent to any of those counties starts moving into it,
Is
then
there
send everyone else into the county they're moving into, because then you'll have a defensive advantage and you will be able to watch them and see if they change their mind, which they probably will when... Well, they might, yeah, which they probably will when 10,000 more troops suddenly decide to head into that county.
It's true. Well, no idea where the Holy Roman Empire is. I do, of course, have the totally splendiferous emergency plan of going, I have 15,000 money and the Holy Roman Empire doesn't. Let's hire all the troops. I'm not quite sure why Transurania is like this random bit of Switzerland, but okay, whatever.
Wrong side of the Jura.
I suppose, yes. Hey, I'm not trying to glue that one together, I just want to glue that one together. Thank you. Do I have any good places I can assault? Or do I don't really have enough troops for
Probably
anything.
mostly sitting there staring at level 5 forts.
Yeah. Right, let's make time tick faster because sieging things is still boring. I just like to progress. It's muddy and wet and cold. Novgorodian Ruthenian de jure war. Okay. Whatever. Woohoo! 8% more score. We've besieged somewhere. I wonder where we've besieged. Chateau. Neuenberg. Now we're besieging Urgrel. Yes, I will try and move my troops gradually out of the mountainous areas, because then I don't run into supply issues. Maybe I think this nice county right next to my own territory is probably a good candidate. Yes, I'm going to have to think of some way of getting some counties though. Because the problem with claimanting things is you need to land them with something. Pretty good. We've got some more stuff from Florence. Ah, I see a 12,000 strong Holy Roman Empire army messing around in North Italy. Right, 32% more score. What the hell has happened to my army there? Okay. Basil got a bit fierce, and like 2,000 of my army aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Dysentery is fantastic, I guess. Let's go back to the sensible view. On the plus side, we will get Unterzehen besieged quickly. Probably, eventually. And now we can besiege Bern with some bears. On the plus side, we've got 55% more score. No, I've stopped being wroth. That's nice. 64% more score. Right, let's get you into that county. They can go back to besieging Basel. Yes, I might have to then march my troops into here and go and like attack in Italy to try and we're besieging Welshminster. Now we're besieging Dune. Oh look, it's winter again. Right, so victory in Welshminster. Let's try. My plan is now to insinuate my troops into northern Italy like this. Maybe. I hope to try and find the Holy Roman Empire army somewhere.
Peace offer.
Oh, how exciting. Right, yes. Right, let's march you back in there. Let's dismiss most of my troops. Let's dismiss you lot. Okay. So, I'm 100% threatening. Now, that's not entirely a surprise. I did just go to war to the Holy Roman Empire and mysteriously take like 4 counties off it. So, mysteriously, yes, no one is going to be my mate. There we are. Astonishingly, I still haven't managed to die despite my very best efforts. So, let's hold a grand tournament. That's a safe thing to do. Let's check I don't have any military raised. I do not have any military raised. Let's get out of it. Unfortunately, of course, now I have a treaty with the Holy Roman Empire, which is slightly irksome.
And technically, you can, of course, break your truce with them.
I can,
only
but
costs like 3,000
prestige. So the London Eye stage 4 is 8.8% done. Westminster has built barracks. Okay. It is the time. Might even be the place. Oh dear. Consumption has broken out in Dorset. Oh dear, another one of my guests has been tragically wounded during the tournament. So I've got this nice small bit in Siena. Still in the everyone has been injured and killed during the tournament phase. And eventually,
There were only 3 defensive pacts against it.
it's true. Christian,
Pagan, Christian and
Muslim.
possibly there are no Israelite countries left in the world. So.
Barok Zoltan. Anur Devasi. Right, we all got glory. Right, anyway, Sultanate of Jerusalem is part of the Christian Defensive Pact. Ooh, we can hold a summer fair. Yeah. Ooh, I could go and see if there's anyone imprisoned in my dungeon that I want to get rid of. Middlesex. To Normandy. You're a random kin state. Let's do that. Let's assign your guardian. Yeah, okay, will do. Let's hold a feast. Let's try and deal with these raiders. She's going slightly less well than I'd hoped, but you know. Right. What? Okay, that's nice, dear. Right, let's just disband my army. I think it's worth saving and stopping.
I am about to I will crunch and call you sick.
Right, well, I will...
What year is it?
Too late.